There is not so bracing as a good battle. Do you not agree?
For their neighbors.
Oh, Boo! A challenge! I cannot let this go unanswered. 1, 2... Aye, Boo, come now. See how our friend trembles? You have taken the jest too far.
Never let the kids play out in the street now.
Lord Gortash needs to send the Steel Watch through here, mop up all this riffraff. Gods, I think even they'd have their work cut out for them.
That took the edge off.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son, a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think. There is no wise use of the Hell's powers.
Father, please. There's something I must show you.
Ravenguard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravenguard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Well,
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
My son, you sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fires so I might walk free. By the gods, can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
Do you mean Ansur? The worm is dead, Father. Where we might have once found a friend, we found only his bones, animated by an old grievance. But the heart of the gate still lives, in me, in my allies. In Ansur's defeat, I found my spirit renewed. For as long as devils and demons imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey. I am the Blade of Avernus.
Then go with my blessing. Be Faerun's great defender. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Let these be the lights that guide you, my son. Hail, the Blade of Avernus! The devil's stench lingers, but Will is yet a champion of the people. I'd hoped he'd join me on the council, but he is his own man. I couldn't be prouder. While the Absolute commanded my mind, I condemned her to death and confined her in Worm's Rock prison. She stood by me even as the hell's fires lapped at my feet. You must free her. Tremendous news. She proves as loyal to you as she is to me. I couldn't bear it if she died by my command. May the Triad guide her steps. I was returning from Elturel. My traveling party stopped at an inn, Joaquin's Rest, to lay our heads. It wasn't the heat that woke me. It was the scent. Cultists had set fire to the place. I don't remember being taken. Just the smoke burning my throat before I fell. I awoke in Moonrise Towers, inside one of those damnable pods. The rest, well, the rest goes without saying. complicated one. I went to greet Elturel's High Overseer, only for the Archdevil Zariel to drag the city into the hells. I've been touched by Avernus, been a plaything for demons. A tale for other places, other days.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. We have. Is it not wonderful? To irk your friend so that she wishes to fill you with some crossbow quarrels, but knowing she never will for fear of hitting your hamster. There is no need for sweet words between companions such as we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren. You suggest that Minsk uses the term lightly? Simply leaps from Dynaheir to Jahira with no caring for the custom itself? An unworthy thought. And wrong. In between, there was also Eri, my second witch. She needed a protector, and Boo suggested that it might as well be Minsk. And when she went her own way, Minsk and Boo set to thinking. There is power in the Wicklaren bond. Far too much to be wasted on weeping. To use that power to serve the living does not sully the dead. It honors them. So, duty, camaraderie, help in troubled times. What I call the bond of a Wicklaren, you simply call friendship. I think I understand your meaning. Then Jahira is my Wicklaren. And so are you. You are my Wicklaren. And Will is my Wicklaren. And Astarion is my Wicklaren. And Gale is my Wicklaren. And Shadowheart is my Wicklaren. And Halsin is my Wicklaren. And Karlak is my Wicklaren. Or, no, Karlak is a berserker, so perhaps Minsk is her Wicklaren? My thanks to you, Wicklaren. You have given me much to think on. And should some enemy knock it loose again, Boo shall remind me. As you wish, but quietly. It is listening.
Yes? Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need. As you wish.
Always good to talk, my friend. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when things were warming up.
You wish to consult me? Good. I do not like to stand idle.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. If you're sure. Of course. I'll see you in the evenings. Stay safe out there.
Hey, soldier. Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
You wish to consult me? A mistake. I am your most valuable asset. When you realize your mistake, I will be ready to join you again.
Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting.
Hello, my dear. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
What do you think happened to the Albrights anyway?
Broke it off because of the absolute, didn't they?
Reservations open for dinner tonight. For a meal that will warm your Baldurian soul. The singing lute.
It's all right. I've been worse.
I'd kill for a pint of mermaid's breath. These city brews ain't got much bite to them.
You know the Guild'll got us for this. Bastard.
Steel Watch Foundry. Entry prohibited by order of Lord Gortash.
Should be easy.
Seems your actions have earned you an enemy and a fight.
Do better. I must. Don't want to draw any attention.
You have beaten and tormented us to the brink of insanity. You cut out my eyes, but we will bow no more. Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands! For Gond!
These boots have seen everything.
It is difficult to charge from down here.
Surprised you spotted me.
Always nice to be wanted.
For me! All of them.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
Seems simple enough. That was close.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
What must be done? Just time for a little browse.
I think it's safe.
Did you see what happened? Is my little girl... Is Obelia safe? my heart. I thought her lost. I would give more than just my sight to keep her safe. Our destination is the Neurosita, the nerve center of the Steel Watch. Guide me there, and I'll do the rest. Your bomb will most certainly do the trick. Place it directly on the Neurosita, and then run like every fiend of the 9 hells snaps at your heels.
Burn this place to the ground, and the Bay Knights with it. Tubin thinks you can do it. That you're the one who will save us all. Which means I do too.
I want my house, and my cat, and my wife. I want this all to go away! The Iron Throne is no more. God, let my wife be safe. I'll do anything, just let her be all right. The Iron Throne is no more. God, let my wife be safe. I'll do anything, just let her be all right.
Tubin thinks you can do it. That you're the one who will save us all. Which means I do too.
Here, in unpowered prototype form, stands a completed Steel Watcher, the proudest achievement of the Foundry, and a tribute to the untiring efforts of the Bay Knight Overseers.
At your command.
Careful, I might. Simple.
Sequence activated.
It is ever easy.
Phew. Another one down.
Death greets us all, but not today. By your command.
Disarmed. A little less of a cheek clencher once you've done it already.
Obedime. Weep if you wish. Minsk will not judge.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Said you were on the way. Glad to see the old man is still as crafty as ever. Keep going. We've got your back. Blow this place to the 9 hells. You hear me?
Spot.
Trust no one. Oh, for a skeleton king.
mind whirls as the brain, swimming with parasitic juices, connects with yours. With a jerk, your mind is transported. You look down, your body of pure steel and power whirring. A dwarf cowers before you.
Please, Mr. Steel Watcher, sir. I'll never steal again, I swear it on my mum's life. Just let me go.
You take control, but it is a struggle. Your body freezes as the parasite fights back.
So, I can go? Oh, thank you, Mr. Steel Watcher, thank you!
You are kicked from the Watcher as the dwarf flees, unaware of how close he came to death. The parasite stirs within the pickled brain, twitching. As your mind connects, you feel yourself become strong, powerful, metal. You are a Steel Watcher, charging through the streets in pursuit of a young girl. She is screaming. For a split second, you wrest control. The Steel Watcher's legs lock. It crashes to the ground. The little girl disappears down an alley. Safe for now. The Watcher this brain controls is offline for maintenance. The brain dreams, images of life in a garden cottage in spring. The brain in this jar is aware that its Watcher is on duty in the control center, vast and throbbing with illithid telepathy. It ignores your mind touch as a mere distraction.
Nothing will stand in my way. Awaits your input.
The Neurositer is the epicenter of the Steel Watch, controlling and connecting every single Watcher in the city. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You'll need more than magic or steel to destroy it. This will destroy the Foundry, wiping it from the face of the Forgotten Realms.
That was a hell of a show, my friend. Watchers collapse in the street as we speak. And the Foundry. The scent of rune powder drifts through the city like a warm embrace. But it's not over. So long as a single parasitic Gondian remains, Baldur's Gate is under threat.
Enough, Wulbren. Gortash enslaved us, forced us to build his steel watches, but no more. Take the city, let the Iron Hands reign supreme. I just wish to go home and hold my daughter. He'll never find us. We have safe houses all over the city. We are no threat.
Please. If a Gondian told me the sky was blue, I'd look outside and check. You Gondians will lie, scheme, and torment this...
Wulbren, enough! I won't watch as you poison your soul, and the brilliant future that remains to the Iron Hand gnomes. I thought the Iron Hand gnomes had corrupted you, Wulbren. Now, I wonder if it wasn't the other way around. Kill the Gondians, and you kill all we love. Collaboration, challenge, solving problems with the power of reason, creativity, and invention. I still want to believe you're better than that, Wulbren. But even I am having my doubts. I say you're right. They deserve a leader who'll encourage them to create, not destroy. They deserve someone like me. I can't save you from yourself, Wulbren. It hurts terribly, but I can't. Toss your values in the bin if you want. But don't throw out the Iron Hands with them.
This is ridiculous. Iron Hands. Kill this man. How dare you? Cowards!
The Gondians recognize Barkus Root as leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes, and look forward to ushering in a new peace between our factions.
It is with a heavy heart that I remove Wulbrin Bongal from our ranks. You have until first light to leave the city. Wulbrin.
I expect treachery from all sides, but you, little Barkus, the boy who followed me from the Underdark, who clung to me, like when we next meet, my hammer will cleave your skull in two, and that is a promise!
Well, here we are. A most unexpected outcome. I take no pleasure in ousting Wulbrin. But he's not the old friend I remember. When did he get so angry? Someone like that cannot lead the Iron Hand Gnomes. We need peace. Thank you for your encouragement. I may have lost Wulbrin, but I found a far preferable ally. Friend, even. Now, myself and the Iron Hand Gnomes have much to disentangle. But when you're ready to face what's waiting for you, believe me, we will be at your side. Shoo then, for now. My... Go on. You have a city to save or something. Don't...
An alliance with the Iron Hands. I didn't think it possible. The Gondians are in your debt, my friend. Simply call, and we will be by your side. I swear it. We need time to recuperate and rebuild. But the Gondians will survive, thanks to you.
Go on. You have a city to save or something, don't you?
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Flowers are so overrated. They're bright, gaudy, and almost never make good poisons. Each their own, I suppose. Although I am right.
I do not know, Boo. If you buried the nuts here before we were stoned, I am thinking they might have gone bad.
Minsk, enough! The hamster isn't saying a damn thing, and you know it.
Well, Starion, Boo is of good breed, and so only speaks when he has something nice to say. Perhaps this is why he has never seen fit to speak through you.
How delightfully vicious. I'm beginning to like the hamster.
What? Minsk has the itch that only a butt can scratch. A kicked butt, I mean. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Ah, Boo has an inkling that this is not the question you mean to ask. I saw some hints of things when our minds mushed together, but Jahira confirmed it for me. You are of the same blood as our old friend, a Ballspawn, and as close to Minsk as if they were his own kin. That makes Minsk your uncle. Better not to ask. He has many dozen cousins, and not all are so open-minded about we who walk on our hind legs as he. There is a lesson in this. We are born into a bloodline, yes, but we need not be bound by it. Take Minsk. He does not have a clear memory of the face of his father, but he does remember tugging on the thick, red whiskers that sprang from his chin. A beard for the ages. Boo could have nested there happily through even the harshest of Rashomon winters. Now, look closely at Minsk, and what do you see? Correct! There are more whiskers on Boo's tiny face than on the mighty chin of Minsk. If Minsk did not inherit the flaming red hair of his mother, or the bushy red beard of his father, why would the spawn of Baal inherit his wickedness? I have many more thoughts about beards to share. I did not know you cared to hear them. Why do we stop, my friend? There is evil somewhere with its small pants yet unsoiled. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Ah, you come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night, but very well. After our adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsk and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsk does not know. One moment we stood in the city's slums, the next, ambush! Then Minsk and Boo woke on the wide, with stone dust in sensitive places. Aha! Perhaps this is the reason, Boo. It is not because of the legendary thickness of my skull. The mind of Minsk was occupied with important matters. I was browsing a slum vendor's stall, looking for Boo's favorite nuts. And then, I was stolen. For Minsk, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then it is now. I do not like these metal men on the streets, or the villains who hide behind them. But the new world is not so different to the old one. The city still clings to the hill. The sea still stretches on forever. And the stench of evil still makes Boo wish for a tiny peg on his nose. As long as that stench remains, no matter how old or young the world is, Minsk and Boo will not rest. Not minding is one of the many things Minsk is known for.